Innovation.
With today's innovations in the mountain biking world, there are some awesome things coming out from companies. We have electronic components such as electronic shifting, and that's what brings me to today's video. I've recently jumped on board with the electronic shifting drivetrain / transmissions from SRAM. Wasn't a big fan of this at first. Main reason was because I already had a derailleur and that already worked just fine. And also the idea of running out of a battery while I was out on a ride would really suck. When you're out on a ride with a battery and it dies, you can no longer shift, so that kind of ruins the whole entire ride at that point. But I ended up getting electronic shifting on one of my bikes recently. That was the 2023 Capra Core 3. The bike came with GX Access made by SRAM. Then later on I decided to try out the new transmission, the Eagle transmission made by SRAM. The main reason why I even jumped on board of getting the SRAM Eagle transmission was because I was able to use my original cranks, the titanium E-Wings by Cane Creek, because Wolf Tooth Components makes a chainring that is compatible with the T-type transmission. There is still one major problem with this whole entire electronic shifting. Eventually a battery will run out, it will die, and you'll need another one. But there is a solution by a company called Leap Components. And what they have is a spare battery holder, which I'm super stoked on. I reached out to Leap Components and said, hey, I would really like to try your product out. And they did hook me up with one of these, which is the Leap Components extra battery holder for your electronic shifting. This one in particular goes underneath the seat of your bike on the rails, and it also has a little spot for your Apple AirTag in case your bike goes missing for whatever reason that it shouldn't. This is a 3D printed holder for your battery, and to me, the innovation behind this is pretty rad, and I couldn't ask for anything better. Once it's on there, you now have a spare battery wherever you go. I've had this on my Izzo for the last 3 weeks, and I put about 100 miles on my bike with the battery holder on there, and I haven't had any issues. I can go out without worrying about having an extra battery because it's always on me. And since now I have 3 bikes that have electronic shifting, it's definitely a must.
Install.
Here is how it looks when you already have one installed on your seat. So it sits like this, you know, obviously this is upside down. You'll be sitting more along the lines of that. When you need one, you just pull this little thing right here, battery comes right out, slide the old one back in, and you are good to go. Now, like I said, with this little piece right here, which is the AirTag, it sits higher, obviously, like way in here. Problem is the bolts of the seat post get in the way, so that's why you have a little bit of an issue. They do make other Apple AirTag components on their website that you can put in different spots on your bike, like next to the water bottle. So if you're interested in that, there's a different one. You don't have to have this on there, but like I said, it's removable. From what I've noticed, it doesn't go anywhere. Like I'm pulling pretty hard on that and it's not going anywhere, so.
And the first thing you're going to want to do is take these tabs off where you see the screws. Once you take those off, you'll be able to fit that underneath the seat. And make sure you don't put it this way, but rather this way, so it'll sit right up inside. And once you find that perfect spot where it needs to go, you just put the little clips on and you screw them in. You don't need to screw them down too tight because the screws themselves are pretty tiny. And remember, this is 3D printed and you don't want to strip it out. And once they're snug, you are ready to go. And that's about it. The last step is grab the battery, make sure you get the little tab, slide it in, and then snap it right up in there and you are all set. And now you forever have a battery sitting underneath your seat.
I will have a link down below if you would like to purchase one of these for yourself in case you're into the whole electronic shifting. They do have some other things that they produce on there that you might be interested in, so you can check those out as well. And I would just like to thank Leap Components for sending me one of these because this is the thing that I've been looking for a while, ever since I got into electronic shifting. Are you gonna switch to the electronic shifting bandwagon? Leave a comment below whether you will or you won't and why you like it or you don't like it. Just curious to see what other people's thoughts were. If you got any value from this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you want to see what else we're going to be doing on this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thanks for hanging out, and till the next time, and always remember, start small and go huge. Thanks for watching.